Good to see everyone. Let's stand and sing our opening song. Yes. Who's that over there on the...
Slash is doing the music today. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Yes, thank you to Elise. Thank you to Reverend Mary Morgan. Welcome to those of you who are online watching us on YouTube, and welcome to all of you here in the sanctuary. What a good God morning it is. We are only here for God. We are only here for that divine to be more fully expressed through us. Yes? Absolutely. And I was thinking this week as I was walking around, and I'm always doing some affirmation or prayer, and even though I've been teaching this teaching for over 25 years, I just had a moment where I was speaking my word and I was putting something forth, and I was like, you know, that's really going to manifest. It's really funny, you know, because it's very novel. Our word has so much power. So here we are in a place, we're in a community where we know that we are empowered to speak our word, that our choices, that our decisions, that our affirmations are so powerful to create our life. Isn't that a good place to be? Yes. Thank you so much for being here this morning. We've got from our board president, Mark Ruth, to give us our announcements this morning. He's dressed as an attorney.
Yeah, that's a pretty scary costume, isn't it? Huh? Well, the words for the day come into this announcement. Today, our drumming circle will be meeting at 12:30 p.m. in Richelieu Hall. Next Sunday, November 3rd, will be our Remembrance Day, where we will remember our loved ones who have departed with a prayerful photo slideshow. The last day to send in your photos is tomorrow, October 28th. For more information on how to email a photo or leave a photo here with us, please see the flyer on the activity table. Reverend Gregory has a workshop next Sunday at 12:45 in Richelieu Hall. The topic is Prosperity Uplift. Who can't use that? For more information, see the flyer at the activity table. A new class with Reverend Gregory called Conscious Loving is starting Saturday, November 9th at 10 a.m. There's a flyer on the activity table with more information. I guess it's important that you know where that activity table is. We have opportunities for sacred service in our Sunshine Kids Club to work with our children once a month in the youth church. You will receive a free CD of the service on the Sunday that you volunteer. Please see the sign-up sheet and further details at the activity table in the lobby. There is a box in the lobby to collect donations for Hurricane Helene relief. We will direct the funds collected to Asheville, North Carolina, which experienced a great degree of devastation. Please make checks payable to Redondo Beach CSL, and that box is located on the activity table in the lobby. We invite you to bring 1 can every week to our food table for our outside community. Please make sure items have not expired and are unopened, and please be aware we are unable to accept perishable items. Our annual pledge campaign for 2025 is underway. Pledge cards are available at the front desk. If you would like prayer for something in your life, please come to the front of the sanctuary by the piano after service. It's not at the activity table. One of our practitioners will lead a prayer circle. If you are here for the first time, please raise your hand so the ushers can offer you a gift bag. We got a winner up front. Oh, we got anyone else? Okay. Well, if you're too shy, you can always go to the front desk and ask for your welcome bag. And thank you for being present here today, because it wouldn't be the same without you. Daylight savings time ends next Sunday. Don't forget to change your clocks 1 hour back before going to bed Saturday night, because if you try to remember Sunday morning, it could be too late. A big thank you to all our wonderful Sacred Service volunteers. We couldn't do it without you. We still have opportunities for people to join our wonderful tech team in the back. Thank you. Now we will have some music as we turn within, getting ready for our invocation.
I would invite you all to close your eyes for a second and just enjoy the music as you relax and settle into that place of connection to your deepest source and the source of all good.
Loving Spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity.
loving Spirit dwells right where we are. All we need is right here and now. All has been given. It is the Father, Mother, Spirit's great pleasure to give us the kingdom right here and right now. And ours is simply to say yes, to accept. I recognize that one power, that one presence this morning, that one whole, perfect, complete essence of life that expresses as me, that expresses as each one of us, that expresses as each one that concerns us. One whole, perfect, complete life. I bless this gathering here this morning, knowing that we are awakening to our spiritual magnificence. We are awakening to the truth of our being and remembering this morning who we truly are as whole, perfect, complete, divine expressions of the One. I bless all that we're about, knowing that good and only good is unfolding in our experience right here and right now. I am grateful. I simply let it be, and we establish it together with the words, and so it is.
Good morning, everyone, and hello, my beloved Redondo Beach. How are you? And those of you beyond. Reverend Gregory's talk topic today is a prosperity way state of being. And we think about a state of being, and that's the way we think, it's the way we feel, and it's kind of our mental outlook on life. Now, is there anybody in the room that would not like more prosperity? Okay, I'm in the right place then. But you know, we're already practicing prosperity in our own way. We are already doing it. But until we get in alignment with that creative process of how it actually works, we're only going to create so much. Until we dial into that, I'm going to quote Ernest Holmes here from page 126, and he says, "There is one infinite life acting through law, and this law is mental. Law is mind in action. We are surrounded by an infinite subconscious from which all things come and which permeates all things. By impressing our thought upon this substance, we can cause it to produce for us that which we think." We know that in this teaching it says that everything is consciousness. And what is consciousness? It's the way we think, it's the way we feel. It is our attitude. And many times prosperity is not just a condition, it is an attitude towards life. It is a way of thinking. Now, there is nothing that the universe loves more than us giving a demand upon it. And I had to rethink my thinking at that point because I thought, wow, in my upbringing, I was never told that you demand something of God. But there's supply and demand even in the world of spirit. And we never run out of supply, but we do run out of demand because we forget to ask God what it is that we want and believe not only that it's possible, but that we're worthy to have it. But we can only create in our consciousness what we're willing to accept. Now, a way to know maybe if you're on the right track is that if it's true, it will bring that desire, that demand that you're making upon the universe will create more freedom in your life. And if it's false, it will create exhaustion. Now, I don't know about you, but I have created a lot of exhaustion in my life trying to make things happen until I finally realized, oh, that's right, the exhaustion is just a messenger saying, hey, straighten up and fly right. Get back on track. And the moment that we accept that our good is not only our worthiness, it is God is waiting for us to accept it. So when we allow the goodness of life to flow to us that comes through our consciousness, it happens. Now think about this for a second. The only reason you and I don't have what we desire is because we have not accepted it in our consciousness. We have refused to believe that what we desire desires us. So the idea of how our teaching works, how the creative process works. We give a request to the universe. And that request is like the boilerplate. It's the blueprint that the universe says, okay, is this what you desire? I am bringing it in. But until we request it, it can't happen. And sometimes we don't request it because we don't think we deserve it, or sometimes we just don't think it's possible, or we're happy to give it to our neighbor, but we're not happy to accept it for ourselves. So the deeper and richer that we vision our life and the good things that occur in it, the more we're going to create that. You understand? So the idea is, I allow my good to come to me in whatever form that I desire. And when I have the consciousness that supports that desire, it will happen. So we have to see ourselves as already knowing it to be true. And with that, let's affirm together. There is one power. That power is God. That power is the power I use. I am right now putting in my demand to the universe. And it is good, it is prosperous, it is joyous, it is happiness, it is love, it is light, and so it is. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Running around, fixing this and that, giving it up to God, and then you're taking it back. Just release and let it go. You don't even have to think about it no more. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way and let God do his thing. You look like the weight of the world's on your back. Just take a deep breath and cut yourself some slack. All that drama isn't good for you. You couldn't change what it is if you wanted to. Get out of the way. Oh, get out of the way. Get out of the way and let God do his thing. The sun's gonna shine and the river's gonna flow. The tide's gonna rise without you even saying so. The universe is working and the good is flowing. You don't plant a seed and dig it up to see if it's growing. Get out of the way. Oh, get out of the way. Get out of the way and let God do his thing. Sing with me, everyone. Oh, get out of the way. Oh, get out of the way. Oh, get out of the way and let God do his thing.
Get out of the way and let God do its thing. I love that. Thank you so much, Elise Carver. Let's give her some more love. Let's give Reverend Mary Morgan some love. We got her in the house here. Reverend Mary's always so clear, isn't she? She's always so clear. I love it. Thank you. Ah, yes. How good it is to be here. I'm Reverend Gregory Toole, by the way. I still am Reverend Gregory Toole. But just in case, there could be someone new. So we've been talking about prosperity all month, and today we're talking about a prosperity state of mind. Who has a prosperity state of mind? Who here has a prosperity state of mind? Who has a poverty state of mind? No, no, you don't, Lois. There's a Billy Joel song called A New York State of Mind. And today we're talking about a prosperity state of mind, being in that state of mind, being in that state of being that is aligned with living the most beautiful, amazing, free, prosperous life that we're here to live. And so I want to talk to you about that today. What does it look like to be in a prosperity state of mind? I actually have an acronym today for you, and the acronym is WAFFLE. But normally, waffle isn't necessarily, that's just the way it all panned out, you know. When I was looking at the letters, I'm like, I bet this is going to be an acronym. And then it was like waffle, and I'm like, well, that's, so today we're thinking of not waffling, you're not waffling, but today we're thinking of this waffle as the most decadent waffle you could ever imagine. Strawberries on top, maple syrup, and all the things that you like on your waffle, right? So we're thinking of this waffle as the most decadent waffle. The letters are W for worthiness, A for, anyone guess? Abundance. Yes, we're talking about prosperity this month. The first F is for flow. The second F is for forgiveness. The L is, anyone know what L is for? Love. Yeah, you got it. And then E, I had to waffle a little bit on the E. Because the E is for mental equivalent. But waffleum didn't sound as good. So this is what I want to talk to you about today. And before I get into those letters, I want to just talk about a couple things from Scripture that I think are just like so spot on, like such a teaching all the way back. So we've got this ancient teaching all the way back on prosperity in the New Testament. It's sitting right there. There's the story that most of us have probably heard of, the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes. Anyone heard that story before? The 5 loaves and the 2 fishes. Sounds just kind of like some miracle that Jesus performed, and maybe it happened, maybe it didn't, and we're like, okay, it was a miracle. But what if the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes, what if those are like examples of your daily life? What if those aren't just some miracle that Jesus performed? What if those are instructive and informative for a prosperity state of mind? Right? Because what happened in that story, right? There they were. It was kind of like, the way I see it, was kind of like the end of the day. You know, Jesus had already he performed his miracles and done all kind of great things, and the disciples were with him, and it's kind of like if we were here and, we had a Sunday service, and then we had a workshop, and then everyone was still here, and we're like, okay, let's get home now. Let's go home now, right? So the disciples were like, well, let's send, the multitudes were still there, and the disciples were telling Jesus, well, let's just send them home. We're kind of done for the day. Let's just send them home. And they're like, well, we only have 5 loaves and 2 fishes anyway. But Jesus said, no, tell them all to stay. We'll feed them all. That's a prosperity state of mind. That's a prosperity state of mind. Now, in that story, I don't necessarily take the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes to be literal necessarily. I think what that story is really about is, where does our mind go, right? When we see an appearance, oh, there's only 5 loaves and there's only 2 fishes. But in our day-to-day life, we do the same thing, right? We're like, oh, there's only this, there's only that, there's only so much. Oh, there's not enough. Every day that's happening. And I love the way that story is told. I kind of chuckle at the way that story is told, because I think they exaggerate in a way to make a point, right? Because at the end, right, they say, and with the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes, they fed the 5,000 people, right? And you're like, wow, that's impressive, right? And they go, oh, but that was only the men. That doesn't include the women and the children. So they're really expanding on this prosperity, like step into your prosperity. And then they go a step further, and they go, oh, and by the way, there was still food left over. There was still food left over. In other words, it's our seeing it that makes the difference. So many times in life, we're just seeing it in such a way where we see limitation, we see lack, and another person sees prosperity and abundance and possibility. So the prosperity state of mind is to begin to see abundance everywhere we look, to see plenty everywhere we look. I have a little exercise for you today. An assignment, should you choose to accept it. This week, write in your journal, or just on a piece of paper, if you will, 100 ways that your prosperity could come into your life. 100 ways, not 99, not 20, 100 ways that your prosperity could come into your life. And what that exercise will do is it will expand your imagination. It will expand your concept of abundance because it will stretch the mind, right? There's another exercise similar. I told a woman one time, I was working with her, and I said, I want you to go home and write down 100 things you love about yourself. She said, 100 things? I said, yes, 100 things. She came back, she said, oh, I only got to 20. I said, I could rattle off 20 things I love about you right now in a minute. Go back and write out the 100. And we never finished that loop, so I don't know. I have to check with her, though. She's always checking in with me. She's in one of my former communities. But the point is, we get to stretch our mind. We get to stretch our imagination. Albert Einstein, according to Inc. magazine, once said that imagination is more important than knowledge. It said that knowledge is limited, and I'm going to paraphrase the rest of it instead of get the exact words, but essentially that imagination is unlimited. It's wide open. Sometimes we refuse just to imagine something, right? We refuse, and that's our resistance in life sometimes. Here we are with all this possibility before us, right? We got a science of mind teaching here that boy, we just can speak our word and begin to develop a consciousness for something, and then it will come about in our life. Sometimes we have this powerful faculty of imagination and we limit our use of it. If we would only imagine something more. I want to talk about another scripture that talks about, to he that hath, more shall be given. And to he who hath not, even that they have shall be taken away. Now, on the surface, that sounds like a cruel God, a cruel universe, right? Until we realize what it's really talking about. And what it's really talking about is to the person who has the consciousness of abundance, to the person who is living in a prosperity state of mind, more and more and more shall come into their experience. And to the person who is living in, let's just call it a poverty state of mind, even that they have will be hard to hold on to. We have evidence of that actually in the world because people who win the lottery typically, and usually people that win the lottery aren't people who already have a lot of money. People who win the lottery, the statistics are astounding at how quickly people who win the lottery are broke. Like within, I forget the number of years, but it's astounding how quickly people who win the lottery are broke within a certain number of years. So we want to develop this prosperity state of mind. And whether it be, money, we can like money, not like money or whatever, but money is just another one of those things in life that can be useful. I always say that whenever I was given a choice, all things being equal, whenever I was given the choice between would you like less money or more money, I usually say more money. So far, that's my choice. Like if you're doing this project, we could pay you $1,000 or we could pay you $10,000. Which would you prefer? Today I think I'll take the $10,000. Whatever it may be that we want more of, more time, more friends, more freedom, more energy, more money, whatever it is, the principle is still the same. The prosperity state of mind. Let's get to the waffle here before I'm waffling off into something else. So worthiness. It's very hard for the universe to give us all this good if we're unable to feel worthy of it, right? If we're sitting there thinking, I don't deserve this. So if worthiness is a thing, which according to Louise Hay, most of the clients that came to her dealt with some degree of unworthiness, then we have to do that work on our worthiness. And let me just tell you right now, if no one has told you yet or you haven't told yourself, you are worthy of all good. Let's just nip it in the bud. Before you go and say, well, let's see, well, I think I might be worthy of this, but I don't know if I'm worthy of that. You are worthy of all good. It's just who you are. You are a divine child of God. You are a divine expression of the One. You are worthy of all good. So we step into that awareness. I am worthy of all good. You can affirm that for yourself. Let's affirm that this morning. I am worthy of all good. Let's try that again. I am worthy of all good. One more time. I am worthy of all good. We start to feel that self-love, right? That self-care. We start to see ourselves the way the divine sees us, and no matter what we grew up learning about some punishing, wrathful God, God is love. God is love. So to see ourselves as God sees us is to just love ourselves so amazingly, to know we deserve all good. Let's go to the A, which is very appropriate after the worthiness. What kind of universe do we live in? We live in a universe that is filled with good. This is an abundant universe. We look out in nature, we can see one tree. We can't count the number of leaves, or I can't. Maybe you can. Maybe you're good. I can't count the number of leaves on one tree. It's one tree. There's so many leaves on that tree, I couldn't count the number of leaves just on that one tree. Whenever I've done any tree trimming, at places I've lived, I'm always amazed at how much I have more than I can fit in the compost bins. It's like amazing. It seems like it's not that big of a tree, but by the time I get done trimming, it's like, whoa, look at all this. There's so many demonstrations for us of how abundant this life is. We couldn't count the number of grains of sand just on one beach. Not on all. We're not talking about all the beaches in the world. We couldn't count the number of grains of sand on one beach because it's so abundant. This is the truth of our life, that life is so abundant, and ours is to begin to feel worthy of it, to begin to expand our ability to accept more good in our lives. The first F is for flow. We want to be in the flow of life, which means we want to let go of all resistance. Right? You start to say I'm worthy, and you start to bring in some abundance, and then that resistance comes in, the change. It's calling me to change a little bit. It didn't come in exactly the way I wanted it to come in. We let go of all that resistance so that we're in the flow of life. Flow is a prosperity state of mind. When we're in the flow of life, we're not resisting, we're not pushing back, we're just in the flow. We're going with life, we're going with the current instead of against the current. We're going with the river instead of fighting the river. Flow is a prosperity state of mind. The second F, forgiveness, is very related to the first F, because forgiveness is very much about getting out of resistance, right? Anything that we be that is other than love, is resistance. I had a beautiful, well, beautiful is not exactly the right word, but I had a clear demonstration of what unforgiveness, how distorted that can be to be in unforgiveness, to be holding something against someone with great intention. Because the relationship ended, and I was just like, I am not forgiving this person. And this was after years of practice, and I was very well aware of the necessity for it, but I was like, no, not her. I'm not forgiving her because she did this and this. And then the next person I started dating, the relationship got so wacky. It was just getting weirder by the moment. Literally, I mean it. It was getting weirder by the moment. It was like, what? This is like a Ripley's Believe It or Not or something, Like, what? What? How? And one night it got so weird that it dawned on me. I said, you got to go home tonight and you got to forgive this person. Look what you're creating here. You're creating the wackiest situation ever in life. And I went home and I wrote her an email that just said, thank you for all the ways that you blessed my life. I don't know exactly what I said, but something like that. And I send you nothing but love. And then everything shifted and came back to flow again, came back to harmony again, came back to alignment again. And I, of course, left that wonky relationship that I was creating. But it was such a clear demonstration of how distorted things get when we have anything other than love flowing through our being. That's all we want flowing through our being is love at all times. Which leads us to the next one, love. We just give of ourselves with love every day. We just find, how can I give more love today? And where am I called to give love today? Where am I called to share love today? Whether it be a smug. A smug is something between a smile and a hug, by the way. You thought smug was something else. But that for me, it's like when I'm trying to say smile and hug at the same time. Smug. Whether it be a smile, whether it be a hug, whether it be giving some money to someone like who is in need, whether it be giving away some clothes that we don't need anymore, whatever it is, where does love want to be directed through me on this day? And then lastly, the E, mental equivalent. How big is my picture in my being, in my mind, in my imagination? How big is my picture of what I think is possible? Sometimes if we grew up with not a lot, our picture from that still remains. And we have to begin to start changing that in our imagination. We have to be proactive in establishing a different picture of what's possible for us. A higher, larger, more expanded concept of what's possible for us. So the invitation today is to waffle. But with a new meaning, this decadent waffle that says, I am worthy, I am abundant, I am in the flow, I forgive all, I love all, and my mental equivalent is big and large and expansive. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you all. You all are amazing. Thank you. I see your abundance. Your abundance is showing. Thank you so much. Let's hear from Elise Carver. Let's give her some love.
Spirit withholds nothing from me. Spirit withholds nothing from me. Spirit withholds nothing from me. It is done as I believe. Spirit withholds nothing from me. Spirit withholds nothing from me. Spirit withholds nothing from me. It is done as I believe. I declare joy. Thank you, guys.
Lise Carver, thank you so much. It's true, Spirit withholds nothing from me, nothing from you. Before our ushers come forward, I want to call Beverly Greenslade, her last name was like popping out of my mind, to come forth. And, we've been talking about abundance all month, and we've been in our pledge campaign. And so we want to ask today, Beverly, why do you pledge to Redondo Beach Center for Spiritual Living? Tell us.
I'm here to say that this is my gratitude and my blessing, and I found my way home. I came to this church in the 70s, and we know we have built on our Dr. Richelieu and on our wonderful Dr. Mora, and now we have our wonderful Gregory. I found my way home. 2.5 years ago I came, and I was challenged with my husband dying with Alzheimer's. Then the next step was major surgery, 7 hours. And the next step was COVID. And a good friend in the audience said to me, lions and tigers and bears, oh my. And I love The Wizard of Oz, and Reverend Valerie on Wednesday reminded me of that. And I went, oh my gosh, and I talked with Reverend Gregory, and I said, I'm on my Dorothy journey. So lions and tigers and bears, oh my, and maybe a leopard. So anyway, here is this giving and receiving. I have received so much from our center here. And it reminded me of the lion and the tin man and the straw man. And my job is, the lion, according to Reverend Valerie, was courage. And our wonderful Reverend Catherine shared with us fear and how to be courageous. Then on the next one, the Tin Man, the Heart Center, Reverend Mary talked so much about love. And Reverend Gregory has a class coming up, Conscious Loving. And the next one is a straw man. And Reverend Kathy gave us Key to Manifestation. So that's, I was receiving. So it's the giving that's important. And I looked up the word pledge, and it means I promise. I promise. So I found my way home, and look at our beautiful edifice and the repairs and the everything given. Are wonderful. I love the idea of Toole, my Toole box. So, so I'm so grateful, and I do pledge that I will continue and be all parts of the Wizard of Oz. There's no place like home. And Ernest Holmes tells us that we always have the ruby slippers.
Good job. Thank you, Beverly, and thank you. And our ushers will now come forward. And thank you for all the ways that you give to the center. We couldn't do it without you, but we are doing it with you. We're doing amazing things with you. There's so many different ways that you can give. You can text to that number up there, 424-379-3733, and just text the amount, and boom, it will happen. You could go to our website, redondocsl.org/donate, and give from there. Or you can, if you're really fancy, you can can use your phone and right from where you are and scan that QR code, either at home or in the sanctuary here, and boom, a link will pull up and you can give that way. So many ways to give. We want to make it really easy, and thank you for the ways that you give. And let us hold our gift in our hand or our gift to our heart. And if you're like me and you give online, you can just hold your hands to your heart and just be in gratitude for that we have so much to give. And let us say our statement together. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, to bless, and to prosper all those who give and all those who receive. I rejoice in the sharing of my good, and I release my gift with love, and so it is.
Grateful for the morning, grateful for the sunlight on my face, grateful for the feeling, grateful for the knowing, grateful for the love that's in this place, grateful for believing that God is all there is. God is all there is. Grateful for the morning, grateful for the sunlight on my face, grateful for the feeling, grateful for the knowing, grateful for the love that's in this place, grateful for believing that God is all there is. God is all there is. God is all there is.
Thank you, Reverend Mary. Thank you, Elise. Thanks to all of you. Let's stand and do some affirmation here. Let's do a waffle affirmation. When we do this here, while we're having fun, we're recognizing the power of our word, that as we begin to speak our word, as we begin to align with something greater begins to unfold for us. Yes? Yes. Let's do it. All right, so the first one, I am worthy of all good.
I am worthy of all good.
I live in an abundant universe.
I live in an abundant universe.
I am in the flow of life.
I am in the flow of life.
I forgive all, including myself.
I forgive all, including myself.
I let love flow through me in the most beautiful ways.
I let love flow through me in the most beautiful ways.
My mental equivalent is so expansive.
My mental equivalent is so expansive.
I am experiencing abundance like never before.
I am experiencing abundance like never before.
And so it is. Let's sing the peace song. The ministers, practitioners will come up on the stage, join hands with your, if you're comfortable with that. And let us sing the peace song.